my YouTube. It's your girl Honey. Today we're talking about Jupiter in the 10th house. I am absolutely knackered. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning and I've literally just got back in from turning up a little bit. I went to a club in Shoreditch in London and I'm tired, but this video has to go out because I need to get these videos out. This is a long ass series and I've been taking far too long to complete it. Jupiter in the 10th house, honey. Jupiter is a planet that is ruled by Sagittarius, which is home to the 9th house. The 9th house represents philosophy, travels, distant lands, foreign languages, culture, religion, spirituality, your belief system. The 10th house is the original house of Capricorn, which rules Saturn. 10th house represents your father, authorities, government, public image. And Jupiter is a planet of blessings, expansions. It's a benefic planet and we all love Jupiter. Now this video can vary because some people's Jupiter is not well aspected and it can fall in Capricorn and kind of make the description of the video not so relatable to yourself. If that's the case, go and book a reading and find out what the fuck's going on with your Jupiter, because everyone is very, very different. But with Jupiter being here on its own, what it can deliver is, because this is the house of the father, it can deliver you with a dad who is really influential in your life. Because Jupiter is the teacher. So with it falling into your 10th house, it can deliver you with a dad that teaches you everything he knows. Now, if it's badly aspected, for example, you know, he could be teaching you based off bad examples, meaning that you can see, okay, my dad abuses his authority as a director of his company or in his religious field. I don't know. I don't want to be like that. You know, you'll learn based off your dad, okay? Because he's gonna have a strong influence on your chart. It can also show a dad who may be an immigrant, may have traveled from a different country, and he may do a lot of traveling or done a lot of traveling in his early years. He may even be someone who travels a lot for work, you know? Jupiter being here shows a dad who, when it's well aspected, it's a dad who is very, very successful in whatever it is that he does, and you'll grow up and you'll look to him and think, oh my god, like I want to have that success, I want to be just like my dad. Your dad would have been someone who was very, very respected in his field. Sometimes it can show he could be a teacher, he could be someone who has a large following, who could be widely known to his community or very much respected or recognized for what he does, because this is the house of recognition. You see, Jupiter being in here, it makes you feel like, wow, like, you know, people recognize my dad for being a really good teacher or for having a very large following or whatever it is. It makes you feel like, I want to have this following, so I'm going to do what it takes to get there. And it creates this amazing work ethic. Like, I can't even lie, when I see a guy that has his Jupiter in his 10th house, I'm like, oh, this is wonderful, because I love Capricorn energy and 10th house is Capricorn energy, and I like a man who works hard and likes to achieve things. But what can also happen, the thing is with Jupiter can also overindulge. And overindulge can come from the feeling of, okay, Jupiter is my luck, is my blessing. It gives you this optimism, this optimistic feeling about success and feeling like, well, you know, my dad's doing really well. I may as well just take 6 months of the year and go and do some traveling. I might just, you know, party for the year and I'll just go and deal with my career later on. The mad thing is, Jupiter would allow you to do this and still come back and have an amazing fucking career. You guys can find your careers early, like as early as your early 20s. Like having a career in your early 20s, late teens or whatever, Jupiter can bless you with that, because most people don't find their careers until a lot later on in life. We can find jobs and stuff in between, but finding careers where you want to settle in, Jupiter people can find this very, very early. They tend to be very good in whatever field they work in. You can literally go and work in a retail shop, you know, and in 6 months time you're suddenly the manager. And then you can work in a fucking luxury restaurant or whatever, or even start your own fucking business. You know, Jupiter being here gives you these wonderful relationships with your managers. And also I tend to look at the 11th house more so of entrepreneurship, but the 10th house can also come from entrepreneurship because it relates to work ethic. So if someone maybe has their Venus in their 11th house, you know, and their Jupiter in their 10th house, this also shows somebody who really needs to be self-employed and someone who will succeed at it really, really well. It can put you in positions to make money easier, right? And what I mean by this is like, it gives you the networks of other people who have businesses already. You know, do you guys watch Dragon's Den? Like Dragon's Den, right, is that show where they've got like 4 investors that want to invest like 250 grand into the person with the business idea that comes to pitch it to them. That is what I'm thinking about when I see Jupiter in the 10th house, is one of those entrepreneurs sitting there offering the money, because these people have it in them to retire early. You know, this is a wonderful position to retire early, to have lots of different connects, you know, different people want to invest in their business or offer them positions, you know, help, like support in regards to careers and finances. It's such a brilliant placement. How it relates to the women finding their husband: you can find your husband at a seminar, okay, a business meeting, an interview, at work. I find that when Jupiter is here, it can create somebody who wants to work and work and work and work, but that's because they have really good relationships with the people that they work with. So going there doesn't just feel like it's, you know, oh, I'm here to work. It feels like a place that you want to be. So obviously, like when you want to be somewhere, you're gonna do a better job, right? And that's what happens with Jupiter being here. Most of the places that you do work, you tend to work really, really well. Okay, so this is a really good place for Jupiter. I do like this house in regards to making things work. So I hope you guys have thoroughly enjoyed my 10th house Jupiter video. I will see you people in the next one. Take care.